everybody. Welcome to The Garage. I'm Jeremy Cordeaux, the Court of Public Opinion, and thank you for joining us on Facebook. And I hope you might join us tomorrow around the dining room table, 9 o'clock till 12, jeremycordeaux.com, and you can call us on 0491 65 68 60. You hear that plane up there? I swear they're flying lower and lower.
We could be getting higher.
Or louder and louder. I don't know. Adrena Clisby's here. We were just talking about perfume.
Yes.
And the one that makes men go weak at the knees?
It's called Venom.
Venom?
I know, it's a strange name, isn't it?
Oh.
But I bought some and I'm yet to try it, and yes, I'll give you my review when I put it on at the sporting castle. Full of men.
Weak at the knees, men. No, they won't be able to drive home. Terrible. Gary's here, Pete's here, and you're here, and thank you for that. You mustn't believe in opinion polls entirely, but they certainly are an indicator of trends, a snapshot in time of what people are thinking and how they may vote. And the political parties do take notice, very keen notice. I remember the front cover of the Bulletin magazine. You remember the Bulletin magazine? The front page was a picture of John Howard with the results of a poll which gave him only 18% popularity. And the headline was, Mr. Howard, Mr. 18%, why do you bother? I suppose they meant come to work, I don't know. But I'm sure we get the drift. The News Limited poll this week is putting the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese's popularity at minus 24%. Now, I have never seen, or I can't remember, a politician, let alone a Prime Minister, getting negative popularity. It's like having, Prime Minister, it's like having negative equity in your home. Patients in May spent 4,000 hours ramped in public hospitals in South Australia. Now, if that's not a total failure of the system, what the hell is? And add to this the fact that people are dying waiting for specialist treatment. Up to 4 years people can wait. There's the Prime Minister standing there on television holding the green Medicare card. This is the only card you will need to get the treatment that you want. Not only the wait, but the financial gap when you do get to see the doctor could kill you. Free, timely, expert medical care. There's another Labor lie. And things will only get worse with the cancellation of the over 65 private health fund insurance rebate. It was designed to keep older people in private health and out of public hospitals. That's going to drive thousands more into the crippled public system, where they already have 67,000 people. Imagine the queue. 67,000 people waiting. And I ask you, is the government the driver of the ever-increasing medical costs, cost of medical care? A simple procedure at the eye doctor, okay? $600, they say, yes, okay, yes, it's $600, but Medicare will give you $300 of that back. My question is, would that simple procedure be costed at $600 if it was not for Medicare? People will figure, well, we can charge what we like. The taxpayer's going to be picking up half the bill. Is that something we should be considering when we're told how great it is to have universal health care? Universal free health care, which it is not at all. And what about childcare? It is so expensive to the point where you actually have to go to work to do nothing more than pay for the childcare that enables you to go to work in the first place. Bizarre. Would childcare be so expensive if not for those government subsidies? Which, of course, like the eye doctor, they can charge a gap, put something extra on top. And, of course, the government will tell you that it's all very wonderful, socialist, innovative help for we the people. It is the road to hell paved with good intentions, is what it is. Rossdale Homes have good intentions. A fine South Australian company and sponsor of our Tuesday podcast posting on Facebook, or it might not be on Facebook where you see it. It could be anywhere because Andy Martin puts it up on various platforms. And of course our Round the Dining Room Table program tomorrow, jeremycordeaux.com, 9 to 12, live streaming where you can call us if you want to. Rossdale Homes, famous for their fixed price guarantee. You get no nasty surprises. Who wants to ruin his dream home by getting a nasty surprise? I've made up my mind I'm going to go down Portrush Road to that corner there, Bevington Road, and have a look at some of those houses, because I haven't seen any of those since they built them. They're wonderful display homes. The slogan is, and it has been for years, when trust is a must. Remember, with their fixed price contract, only you can change the price. For peace of mind and great quality, rossdalehomes.com.au. Go have a look. More proof that more taxes that are applied, when I say more taxes, they're not necessarily more taxes, but they jack up the taxes that are there. But the more taxes that are demanded of us, the less money government will collect. Now, I know that sounds counterintuitive, but I've mentioned the Laffer curve to you before. No better demonstration of the Laffer curve is the illegal cigarettes. The illegal cigarette business now dominates 80% of the market in Australia. Why? Well, when the tax or excise on cigarettes makes a pack of cigarettes, legal ones, $65, people refuse to pay. Into the vacuum comes Chop Chop, illegal smokes. People revolt. They won't play and they won't pay. Bootleg cigarettes are only $12 a pack. The government can't or won't do anything. We will avoid and evade taxes that are too high or just unfair. It's human nature. Government says, we won't reduce the excise or the tax because it's going to encourage people to smoke. Well, the bootleg cigarettes are doing that. You're achieving nothing. But frankly, anyone who could come up with that budget this year can't be too bright. So I'm not surprised in many ways. The ACTU is the peak union body. You would know that. Bob Hawke came from the ACTU. He was the head of the ACTU for a long time. The president is usually a step away from the Labor Party front bench. Sally McManus is currently the ACTU boss. She's on $200,000 a year. Interesting lady. She's confronted with the simple truth that Australian workers are pricing themselves out of a job. Now, you might have heard that Officeworks will move their back office jobs to the Philippines and India. Clearly a cost-based decision. They wouldn't be doing that for their health. Industry after industry after industry, the unions have done such a good job for their members. Yes. Anyway, Sally now suggests that with AI approaching, about to revolutionise business, workers should be employed for 5 days a week, but only work 3. Wow. That's amazing. Here's the organisation whose job it is to get the best deal for the worker, and they're so good at it, there's not only no deal, there's no job. Oh, God. You want more money? You must do more work, not less. More productivity, more money. Simple. No wonder union membership is through the floor. Less than 12% of people feel it necessary or interesting to belong to a union. Fair Work Australia has for the first time increased the wages for the lowest paid to over $1,000 a week. What we're seeing, of course, is the beginning of the old 70s style wage price spiral. Wages up, prices up. Wages up, prices up. And they can't see it. And we, the workers, well, I think we're probably too dumb to see it. The double election I saw is back in the news. You know, the double election. This is the election for the state government in South Australia and the parallel Aboriginal government. Well, it's hit some stormy weather over who voted and how. I mean, how crazy. How absolutely stupid, undemocratic, arrogant. Now it's come around to bite the government on the bum, and I'm so glad. It just makes no sense at all. Two governments, two bureaucracies. Beyond belief. The state budget, speaking of the state government, $11 billion more in debt. We under Labor are $53 billion in debt. That's, what do we say? $8 million a day. $8 million a day. You happy with that? With Labor people in every key position in the state, if not the country, it'll be all hosed down nicely. Taxi Tom says, I'm not a treasurer to throw money around. Okay, all right. Tom, do you mean your money or public money? I hate to differentiate, but you know what I mean. Did you know that we have an anti-slavery commissioner? Anybody know that? No. We do. We have an anti-slavery commissioner. And I guess there's staff, there's a big office somewhere, something up on the door, anti-slavery commissioner. Well, I didn't know we had an anti-slavery commissioner. What is he paid? Who is he or she? What is the background of this person? What does this person do every day? How does an anti-slavery commissioner justify his or her existence in this country today? Have you got any slaves?
No, but the ISIS brides did.
Oh yes, I've heard that, yes, yes. Slaves. Interesting. It's a low-profile sort of department, I think, for some reason. 3 amazingly big AI floats are coming up. Now this is billions, and we're probably talking trillions. 3 big AI floats. You know, the public offering that comes before, you know, it's highly contested. It'll probably soak up, or they will probably soak up every cent of investor or speculative money that's around. It's a funny thing. A company is valued, I always thought, by its profits. You know, the profits before interest and tax, that determines what a company is worth, you know? No, it doesn't seem to be the case anymore. It's something like the old tulip boom in the 1700s. People just believed that a tulip bulb was the best investment in the world. And no one stopped to ask why. A tulip bulb. Well, AI is a bit more rational than that. I understand that. I agree with that. But there's just so much speculative money around. Whenever you see a boom like this, you see a bust. Whenever you see a bubble like this, there is a tendency for it to burst. There will be winners, there will be losers. It's just a very interesting time, and not one in which you want to have a government like ours taking risks with our economy. Am I out of time?
Getting there.
Okay, now we've had the trees cut down for the golf course here in Adelaide, and now the MotoGP motorcycle street race, 45 trees are going to be cut down for that circuit. I don't believe people really want that. I don't know that enough people are interested in motorcycle racing. The Premier is on a roll. He's got great popularity. And he's trying to convince people that you can actually have economic success through events and sports and entertainment and music and celebrity and parties. No, we need industry. We need things. Like, you know, your dad. Clisby engineering. Making things. Actually employing people full time. We need to make things, sell things, produce stuff. Productivity, it's called. Oh, the fun stuff is terrific. But it's too fickle. And we don't know the real cost. How much does it cost to get these events and keep them? And when asked, we're told, oh, it's confidential. It's confidential. Yes, Premier. Of course, Premier. I understand, Premier. And tomorrow, and probably next week, I want to talk to you about homelessness. I had a sad experience the other day. I drove down Hutt Street and I could not believe the number of people who were sleeping rough in doorways up and down Hutt Street. There is a home there for homelessness. It's called the Hutt Street Centre, and I suspect that people who can't get into the centre just sleep outside on the pavement. Now that should not be happening in Australia. That is in no way acceptable. No way. We'll talk more about that. It's disgraceful. You know, I've come kind of close to being homeless a couple of times. But, you know, it's not a lifestyle any of us should embrace. Many are forced to, though, and that's got to change. It's the 11th of June. I hope you're having a nice 11th of June. The Trojan War. Ah, the Trojan horse. And all of that. Beware of Greeks bearing gifts. Troy is sacked and burned to the ground, according to calculations in history. 1184 BC was the year. You'd have thought you'd have smelt a rat, wouldn't you, when they put a big horse out there?
You'd wonder what it's all about.
You'd kind of wonder. Ronald Reagan's funeral is held at Washington National Cathedral on this day in 2004. Gene Wilder, he's funny. I like Gene Wilder. The American actor, Blazing Saddles, Willy Wonka. Well, I never quite understood the chocolate factory thing. Silver Streak, Young Frankenstein. And you think I'm eccentric. Yeah. He was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What made Milwaukee famous was beer, wasn't it? I think. Anyway.
Well, it's a hub for aircraft, but that's recent, of course.
Oh, okay. In 1933, Gene Wilder was born. He died in 2016. I didn't know that. The Limelight Department, one of the world's first film studios, is officially established in Melbourne, Australia. 1892 was the year. Limelight. Inventor, Edwin Armstrong, gives the first public demonstration of FM radio in the United States. In Alpine, New Jersey, on this day in 1935. It was about 1935 when 2CH in Sydney, on top of the great big AWA building, they were broadcasting classical music on the FM band, and it was probably around about the 1935 mark.
What's FM mean?
Frequency modulation. AM was amplitude modification. I prefer AM because the signal goes further and you don't get interference the way you do. I mean, if everything is well, and not everything is always well, FM is terrific for music, but wasted for everything else. John Wayne, American actor. Green Berets, True Grit, dies of stomach cancer at 72. He was, that was when he died. What was the year? 1979. The wonderful Jacques Cousteau, French ocean explorer, Calypso, born in France. He died in 1997, called this day in 1910. Is that my phone? I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. I really do turn it off. On this occasion, I forgot. Forgive me.
Careful.
Adrena, it was your fault. You distracted me.
Always my fault.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Jacques Cousteau, 1910. He was born. Charles Lindbergh is awarded the first Distinguished Flying Cross. The very first Distinguished Flying Cross. 1927. The wonderful Françoise Hardy, French pop singer. All those wonderful songs. I just loved Françoise Hardy. She died, sadly. She died of cancer. She was 80 years of age, but the year was 2024 she died. Benjamin Franklin invents his Franklin stove. He was very good at inventing things. Benjamin Franklin made the best open fires ever. He wrote a book. You can Google that. He actually wrote a book on how to build an open fire that drew properly.
A lot of science in chimneys.
Yes, yes, indeed. If you want to have the fire working properly, absolutely. He invents his Franklin stove on this day in 1742. In 1793, the first American stove is patented by Robert Hattrick. Okay. New York Times reports that an estimated 500,000 song titles, including masters of Chuck Berry, Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, were lost in a 2008 warehouse fire on the Universal backlot in Los Angeles on this day in 2019. Whoops. Not the sort of thing you'd insure. You'd just think they were in safekeeping, wouldn't you? Jackie Stewart, Scottish auto racer. Did you ever meet him? Adrena races cars and that sort of thing. 27 Formula One Grand Prix wins. 27. World Formula One Championship winner for 69, 71, 73. Team owner, broadcaster, NBC, BBC. He was born in Milton, Scotland on this day in 1939. I think he's still alive. I met him once. It's very little bloke, very small bloke. But that's good because to fit into a Formula One car, you don't get into it, you put it on. It's
Especially Ferraris.
yeah, and you have to take the steering wheel off to get in. God. Okay, I'm out of time, aren't I? One more. 1947, perennial Christmas film, wonderful film, called The Miracle on 34th Street, starring John Payne, Maureen O'Hara, directed by George Seaton, is released. And every Christmas, if you're a smart television station, there is an audience out there for Miracle on 34th Street. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us in the Court of Public Opinion here in the garage, and I hope you'll join us tomorrow, 9 o'clock till 12, live streaming around the dining room table. All you do is you just go to, on your search engine, or is that what you call it?
Yes, search
Safari?
for jeremycordeaux.com.
jeremycordeaux.com.
The Court of Public Opinion.
The Court of Public Opinion, and I will see you at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. I won't be. All right? Believe in yourself, and thank you for viewing the show here in the garage. Goodbye for now.